Pizza delivery, man.
We've got everything pretty much packed up, and once we finish lunch, everything goes in the truck.
Oh my goodness.
We're sitting there stuffing our face with pizza. I don't think it's supposed to be on our diet.
Is Jim Bob sticking to his diet? Yes, sometimes, and then no other times, depending on if he's around. I guess that would mean no.
It's amazing to think that almost 5 years of living in a house can be packed up and loaded on a truck all in one day.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. It's Wednesday, October 13th, and I'm late as ever. I'm late as ever, always late, always something else going on in this household. But it's time to smash the patriarchy. My favorite season is the fall of the patriarchy. So this is about Josh Duggar and Anna, and I love destroying patriarchies. Josh Duggar's court stuff, we're gonna do that in a second, but right now we're talking about some property moves by the Duggars that are oh so confusing. The Duggars are the queens and kings of having a million LLCs, which make zero to no sense, and moving properties between LLCs a lot. There's a lot of questionable movement of things that happen a lot around the Duggars, and this one is weird because Josh and Anna Duggar sold a house that was on the market last year that they took off the market, that was never put back on the market, and it literally just sold. Remember that house that we talked about, the one that looked really run down? It was dilapidated. It had a pool that was like green and moldy and gross. It also had everything in the house completely ripped apart. They had like gutted it. It had a water tower, or like a water tower in the backyard. It was on a hill. It was right outside of town, and it was basically, they were trying to sell it for like $700,000, and they wanted to sell it as a, you can buy this from us and then you can rehab it and then you can whatever, you know what I mean? So they wanted to sell it for $675,000. They took it off the market not long after it was put on the market, and then it just sat there. And once it was taken off the market, I thought, oh, they probably aren't going to sell it because of Josh's arrest, right? Well, no. They were busy buying property right before Josh actually got arrested, and now they're selling property and also taking out a mortgage. This is weird, wild stuff, and I don't even know what to think about it. So that property actually just sold, and the seller was Anna Duggar, none other than Anna Duggar, which we know Anna Duggar is name only, I'm assuming, because Josh Duggar likely does not want to be on any financial documents because he is facing forfeiture of all assets leading up to a conviction on his case. He has Anna Duggar's name on everything right now. So Anna Duggar sold that house that had been they'd been sitting on for a couple years for $450,000, which is like $125,000 less than they put this on the market for. And it's sold to a couple that is, I'm told, not necessarily friends with the Duggars. They're just a normal average couple. They work in real estate, I'm told, and it might be a flip for them. Maybe they're gonna rehab it and then sell it. So the couple buys it, and it's sold, and it's registered like with this like document with this county on October 1st. Purchase price $450,000. Anna Duggar listed as the seller and the member of Sole de Gloria, the LLC that she founded about a year and a half ago. So Anna Duggar makes a move and sells a property. Now this property that Anna had purchased and that they owned was actually split into 3 tracts, meaning 3 separate lots. So while there was a lot of property there, they have 3 separate lots. So track A was the property that had the house on it. They sold that for $450,000. There's a track B that's in the middle, which is still in the name of Sole de Gloria. And then suddenly, the day after they make that sale and they get the $450,000, they open a new company on the 24th of September, and they sell track C to a company named North Graham Road LLC. So track C is on the corner of this big chunk of land. I think it's 20 acres. So they have one strip of land on the corner that is track C, and that is sold, and it's sold to North Graham Road LLC, whose registered agent and officer is Joseph Shoemaker, and Western Ridge Financial. Western Ridge Financial member is Anna Duggar. So Anna Duggar moved her property from Soli Deo Gloria to this new LLC that has their friend Joseph on it with John David's address. Yes, it's so confusing. So the registered agent and the officer Joseph is using the principal office of John David Duggar's Medic Corp address. So the property that John David owns, where he has got Medic Corp and the nonprofit, that's the principal address for this new LLC, and Anna is a listed member of this LLC. Confusing enough? Yeah, I thought so. Western Ridge Financial is a known Duggar LLC based out of the state of Wyoming. So they basically have Joseph on there, and then they also have Western Ridge Financial. Anna is not listed as an officer, nor is Josh. This is confusing. So they sell the property from Sole de Gloria, which is Anna's company, and they hand it over to North Graham Road LLC, but then North Graham Road takes out a mortgage from Sole de Gloria for $200,000 to buy the property. And who signs the mortgage? Anna Duggar. You guys, you cannot make this up. So this means that Anna moved a property from Sole to North Graham. Anna's a member of both. Anna, in the process of the sale, took out a mortgage from herself for $200,000. And the mortgage is not with a bank. It has very, normally when a mortgage is filed in the county, it has all the details of the mortgage. It tells you how many years, literally nothing. This is a bare bones agreement, and it's $200,000. So not only does Anna get the $450 over here, she's got the $200 that she's getting out over here. And I'm guessing because the companies are just transferring the property, I don't know if the $200,000 is a number in a fictitious number, or if it's an actual number and they're actually taking out a mortgage. But it feels like, and this is just my opinion, they got a bunch of proceeds from this sale and they wanted to move like 50% of them to another property and then put a new name on that property in a new company that happens to have Anna as a member. And some guy named Joe. Poor Joe. Do you think Joe even knows this is happening? I'm sure he does, because he's actually with the Duggars right now in Texas at family camp. But the weird thing is, you guys, is that Joseph isn't signing any of these documents. In fact, when the deed was transferred from Sole de Gloria to the North Company, the only person that signed was Anna Duggar. And she's listed as a member. She's literally the only person that signs, and then the grantee is just a stamp of city title closing. No signature, no agent, nothing. Just a stamp by city title closing agency. So generally you have the grantee sign. In this case, it's just the title agency that signs the title with a stamp. Weird. Then the mortgage, again, the only person signing this, Anna Duggar. There's no agent that's signing this from Sole de Gloria. There's no agent that's signing this from the company that's taking out the mortgage. Nothing. It's literally just Anna's signature on this property. That's it. Isn't that weird? Why would Anna be doing this? I don't get it, you guys. And I have this feeling, and again, just my opinion, that this is not being directed by Anna, just knowing how everything works with this family. Anna doesn't really get to make these kinds of choices, and Josh Duggar doesn't want to be on any documents right now, I'm assuming because of everything that's happening with his court case. But they've come into some money by selling the property. Now they've transferred property to another company, taken out a mortgage with their own company, and transferred that money to another company. That's not weird at all. Is Josh Duggar trying to hide money? Is he trying to not have assets potentially get forfeited? Is he trying to secure that money and put it in another company's name that has somebody else that's not a Duggar listed as an agent so that that money can't be forfeited? And because Anna Duggar's name is not on that money, it won't be forfeited, but yet they can still have the money? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. The only rational explanation I have is that they're wanting to move money and they don't want anyone to know who it is. But again, that's my opinion, and I have no I asked some people in the area, like, why would they do this? And they said, literally, I don't understand why they do anything in what they do. They constantly move money around. And that always makes me wonder, like, do you think, given the microscope that Josh is under, that some of these financial moves that have been made by Josh couldn't also be analyzed by the feds? Like, if you were in this position like Josh is, would you really have your wife be making these kinds of financial decisions, moving properties around, starting new companies, taking out mortgages, moving funds from one company to the other company, and then knowing that Anna Duggar is not allowed to work, so you know that this is got Josh all over it? What do you think they're using the money for? I think they're using the money for legal fees. I do. I think that they might have to be coming up with some legal fees. I think Josh needs some money to pay his lawyers, and he needed to take out a mortgage, and he needed to make it look like a sale, and maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they need to pay off some of the debt that they have with their attorneys. Maybe Jim Bob won't be covering all of this case for Josh. What's the incentive for their friend Joseph to serve as sort of the face in all of this? Like, what's his take out of this? Why would you want to be involved in anything that has Josh Duggar's hands in it? I wouldn't want anything to do with business with Josh right now, but that's just me. And then the fact that they're using John David's address, doesn't that just make you feel gross? Like, knowing that John David has somehow been roped into this too. And then that makes me wonder, like, does John David does he believe that maybe Josh is innocent too? I'm so confused. And it makes me disheartened to know that in the middle of all of this, they're still doing deals with Josh. It's disappointing. I want more of these kids to wake up, but maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Maybe I need to stop holding out hope that some of them are going to wake up and some of them are just going to defend their brother and not say anything. I mean, John David said nothing. He has not come out publicly against his brother, which has been disappointing for me. So what are your thoughts about this? Is this to hide money? Is it to start a new business? Is it to pay someone back? Why is Anna taking out a mortgage in her own company from a property she already owned? Why? She didn't have a mortgage on that property. Why is she taking out a mortgage on a property she already owned? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.